Hello and welcome. It's finally here. I am drafting my cube on Magic Online. Super happy about it, and I don't know what to take. I'll talk about the cube more when I figure out pack one, pick one, but pack one, pick ones in this cube are actually fairly challenging. We could take like Hogak, could take Polluted Delta, Overgrown Tomb, Oswald. Inquisition of Kozilek is probably the safest pick, although Polluted Delta is very good. Part of me really wants to first pick Hogak and go that route, but I don't want to force anything. I'm just going to take the fetch. Well, actually, you know what? Let's take Inquisition first pick. I think that card's really good. This cube is really doing some weird laggy stuff. But alright, pack 2. So we took a black card. We passed Nether Trader, so maybe Black Sacrifice will be a bit contested. There's Bitter Blossom, Scrap Trawler, Voldaren Bloodcaster. Oh no, this doesn't tell you what the mana adds unless you zoom in. That's unfortunate. Brainstorm is a very good card. Ingenious Infiltrator is good for ninjas if we want to go that route. I might just take Xander's Lounge. This keeps us the most open, and Grixis is a good color combination to be in. Like, if we end up in ninjas, I'm gonna be happy with this. Voldaren Bloodcaster is also tempting, though. It's actually okay in ninjas, but it's good in sacrifice, it's good in discard. Let's just take the Bloodcaster. See how hard we can cut off black, although Bitter Blossom's tempting too, but... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take Bitter Blossom first, and try and wheel the Bloodcaster second. That seems quite reasonable to me. Ooh, Lion's Eye Diamond, Dark Confidant, Deathrite Shaman. A lot of good options. I'm looking at Deathrite Shaman. Card's very tempting to me. Staying in mono black. Dark Confidant's also very good, but being able to ramp in black decks is so important. So I'm looking at that. I like that. This is tough. I think Dark Confidant will signal more people to go into black, whereas Deathrite Shaman will signal more people to go into more colors. There's a lot of fetches in this cube. So this, like, having targets I think is quite useful. I think Dreadfugue likely comes around. I think I'm going to take the 1-drop. There's a lot of black 2-drops in this cube. So making sure you can get the 1-drops when they're open, I think is a very important thing to have. Here's Chrome Box, Headless Rider, Blood Artist, and a Blood Crypt. I like Blood Crypt. I guess I'm heavily going into mono black or black red, but I think that's fine. Blood Crypt for fixing is good. This deck does tend to end up black red. Headless Rider is fun if I end up in zombies. I like that card a lot, but I think it's one that I might want to wheel. Although this early in the cube, I might just want to like assert my place as like, I'm drafting mono black and nobody else can step in here. That's definitely another direction to go. Or I could just take Chromox and do stuff really quickly. But I passed Dark Confidant. I'm taking Headless Rider. Oh, that worked out so well. There's our Gravecrawler. Pretty happy about that. Kolaghan's Command going late is fine. Current Clan Ironworks is good, but seeing Gravecrawler go this late, we got Headless Rider. If Hogak comes around, my prayers will be answered. No. Okay, well I could just take Diabolic Intent, still stay mono black, and Intent sacrificing Gravecrawler to get Headless Rider, or the other way around seems good. We're cutting black really hard, so I think we're in the open lane, I hope. We got discard, so I want the black discard spell to come around. I want Hogak to come around, if possible. That one's not like the most necessary, but it's such a sweet card, and it's really good in mono black zombies. And then I need some removal. I don't actually have any removal spells right now. Oh man, there's Phyrexian Tower and Changeling Outcast Divest. I probably just got to take Phyrexian Tower here. That card's insane. But I want all of these. Changeling Outcast and Divest are good cards, but this card I think is the least replaceable. It's also a land, and just being able to sacrifice stuff from your mana base is so good. I think the Bloodcaster might come around, so I'm actually pretty happy about my decision to first pick Bitter Blossom. Okay, Eliminate going late I think is great. There's also a Basking Rootwalla, but I'm not really in the discard theme, and I think just staying mono black is a really good place to be. So we're just going to cut black super hard. Someone else can take Basking Rootwalla because we're unlikely to move super hard into like a Bazaar of Baghdad style deck. We're more likely to want we're more likely going to want to discard like 1 or 2 cards. So we would only want like 5 discard outlets at a minimum 4 to like set up for like Bridge from Below, or Skirt of Neltoth. Discarding Hogak or milling Hogak I think could be useful as well. Oh, Nether Trader came around. That's a really good sign. That's awesome. Yeah, alright. And I'm pretty happy about my Deathrite Shaman pick. One of the problems right now with the black deck in this cube is it's very 2-drop heavy. So being able to play one drops on turn 1 and make sure you get a critical mass of those, I think is really useful. I have not seen much mana fixing, but I think in general, people, when they're not sure what to do, tend to take fixing pretty highly. So I kind of expected 5-color nonsense decks to be the norm, and I'll just load up unplayables. Okay, so someone took our black-red, or whenever a creature dies, you get a blood token card. Grafted Wargear is still pretty tempting. It is a 3-drop, but it gives us a sacrifice outlet, and it turns all these zombie tokens into like absolute menaces. The other option is like Xander's Lounge or Elves of Deep Shadow going green-black. I think I'm going to take Grafted Wargear here. Okay, Dreadfugue did come around as we expected. Dark Confidant did not, but I think we could be fairly confident that black is open because this was one of 2 black cards in the pack, the other one being Dark Confidant, which is a very iconic and strong Magic card. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this right now. Chromox came around. Wow. Territorial Kavu Thing of the Ice Gamble going that late is wild. Chromox is so good in this deck because, again, the problem with black is the 2-drop heaviness. So being able to mitigate that with Phyrexian Tower, Chromox, a lot of good 1-drop interactive spells, I think is going to be huge. And then I guess I'll take a Spellstutter Sprite. I don't really know. I think I'm unlikely to end up playing this, but I guess we'll see. Blue-black zombies is something that I have done on occasion. Oh, Repeal. Okay, you know what? We might be in blue-black. That Repeal and Spellstutter Sprite going this late really makes me want to lean into blue-black zombies. Yuriko, or the Ingenious Infiltrator, went late too. We'll see if we can get the mana fixing for it. Like, in general, I'm just going to try and draft black zombies because monocolored decks are good, but like this is a really big sign that blue is open. Last pick Gush. So if we can get some Underground Seas and things like that, I'll take them. I think the problem is I saw at least 1, maybe 2 of those in the previous pack, so I'm not certain how likely that is. Well, there's a Luris. So I guess that Grafted Wargear pick kind of feels bad because, oh yeah, Hogak didn't come around either. So someone is doing some type of graveyard discard sacrifice stuff. So if I just take Luris and then wheel like a Kitesail Freebooter Springleaf Drum, I could just have like a mono black Luris Zombies deck. The other side of that is I could just take like Demonic Tutor Dismember. The problem with Demonic Tutor is it's very 2-drop heavy. I think I just take Luris here. It sets me up to do the most interesting or powerful stuff. It would remove these 2 3-drops from my deck, but I can also just run Luris in the deck. Like, there's nothing that says you have to companion it. If I can, that would be amazing, but I don't have to. All right, Tinker, Mox Opal, Swords to Plowshares, Snuff Out, or Marsh Flats. I think, again, we're just going to continue cutting black really, really hard. Snuff Out being a strong spell. And for those who don't know, Luris is a permanent card, so you can play as many spells as you want. So I think that's fine. And we're just going to make sure black is open for pack 3. Nobody's going to see it. Because mono black Luris Zombies would be so fun if I can get that for my first draft of this cube. All right, Carrion. Ooh, this is tough. Inferno Grasp, Carrion Feeder, Aether Vial. And Tidehollow Scholar, actually, but I'm not really in white. There's also our Watery Grave. This pack is brutal. We have Eliminate, Dreadfugue, Snuff Out. I think I'm going to take the Carrion Feeder. I could also see taking... I don't think this is an Aether Vial deck, especially if I companion Luris. I could see taking Watery Grave, because I'm probably going to wheel one of these cards, but if I don't take Watery Grave, like, I can't risk it. I'm just going to take the black card. I'm drafting scared. But I think sometimes you gotta do that. Pitiless Plunder, Bayou, Nested Shambler, Hangerback Walker, Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb with Luris is pretty nice to be able to take down 0-drop. Like, you know, kill their Hangerback Walker, things like that. Hangerback Walker Luris is also nice. Not sure what to do here. I think Nested Shambler is so likely to come around. The question is, do I want to risk it? Because I can also just take, like, Pitiless Plunder, not companion Luris, and go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to take the Shambler. I'm drafting scared right now. Oh, man. Yawgmoth? That makes me really, really want to not companion Luris, but I can just take Mesmeric Fiend here and just have so much disruption and removal that maybe Yawgmoth even comes around. Yeah, alright. Oh, Yawgmoth is so sweet, though. This is challenging, actually, but I think I just take this card. I think I'm just going to hit my playables. I'm drafting conservatively as I get used to this cube. I already have almost enough playables for a mono black zombies deck. And Mesmeric Fiend is a really strong card, especially when you have sacrifice outlets. Like, if you can go Carrion Feeder in play Mesmeric Fiend, sacrifice it in response to the trigger, then you just exile a card from their hand, then you can replay it off Lurrus if you want to. That's just such a strong sequence. We'll see how it goes, though. Wow, that's a late path to exile. Engineered Explosives is bad in my deck. Hope of Gearper is pretty bad in my deck. Corpse Knot I don't have the fixing for right now, but it could be okay. I guess if I'm taking Corpse Knight, I'd probably just take Path to Exile first. It's just a good card, and Black-White could be open too. I don't know. The signals here are very confusing, and I'm seeing very little in the means of fixing. But you don't need fixing if your deck is mono black, that's for sure. Okay, Containment Construct, Chromatic Star. I think we're probably in the Chromatic Star camp right now. Casting with Lurrus is good. It can help with fixing. Verdant Catacombs is also tempting. Right? It helps us with Deathrite Shaman. If we wheel other things, that's good too. But having like a repeatable card to just draw a card with Lurrus in your deck, I think is probably slightly more valuable. Especially if we are leaning towards a mono black deck, which it seems like we are. Taxi Probe here is pretty nice. Dark Ritual is tempting, but I think I would like it more if I was playing these 3-drops. I think I'm just going to take the Probe here. It's particularly good with discard because I can probe and see what's going on and then decide what I want to do from there. Kitesail Freebooter here is really good too. Sword of the Meek, Preordain, Field of the Dead. A lot of sweet cards here, but I'm just going to take the Freebooter. And I think it's unlikely I'm going to make Path to Exile work, but I think it was unlikely I'm going to make any cards from that previous pack work. And we have almost enough playables going into pack 3. Black seems wide open, so we should get there. Alright, well, there's our Marshplats. I'll take that. That helps a lot. I mean, we want fetches to trigger Deathrite Shaman, so even if we're in mono black, just having ways to get lands in our graveyard is useful, so we're not just always relying on our opponent to put lands in the graveyard for mana. But this also, I mean, this is a blue-white duel naturally, right? There's our Watery Grave. You know what? We might have a very, very slight splash. Like, it's pretty hard to splash Gush, but I do like Repeal and Spellstutter Sprite, so I'm gonna put these over here just so I remember that they're in my packs. Because blue is wide open. Moon Circuit Hacker? Alright, I'll speculate. This seems fun with some of the zombies, I don't know. Bitter Blossom tokens, Moon Circuit Hacker, like I'm on board for that. Right now I only have 4 blue sources, so it's not good fixing yet, but if I can get up to like 6 blue sources, I wouldn't feel so bad splashing cards like this. Oof. Aethersworn Canonist is quite good, but I think you just take Aether Spellbomb in this spot. Okay, well, Corpse Knight came around, so we know we're in the open colors. Last pick Chatterstorm is spicy. Interesting. Mox Ruby. I feel like I just want a Wasteland, right? Does Mox Ruby even help this deck? It helps me cast a Lurrus, which does matter, right? If I'm playing Lurrus as a companion, then that matters, but it doesn't help me cast my 1-drops. It does help me cast my 2-drops, so Kitesail Freebooter, or I guess Bitter Blossom and Kitesail are the only 2. I legitimately am considering passing Mox Ruby just for a Wasteland here. Or like a Verdant Catacombs, because I'm going to get something good from here. Oh, this is tough. I think I'm just going to take the Wasteland. I feel like this off-color Mox really does not help my deck. And I'm not trying to do that to be contrarian. I genuinely don't think it's that great here. Umazal Jite is great, so I will take that pretty highly. Paradise Mantle is a pretty interesting card, but Jite is the real deal, especially with Lurrus. I'm pretty happy to pick... Ooh. Skullclamp, Wheel, Lingering Souls. Okay, this deck is going off the rails. Let's cut all this. I could see myself just running Aether Spellbomb again as a bauble with Lurrus because you could just play it, sacrifice it to draw cards. So it's kind of like a late game card advantage engine. Even if I don't end up playing blue, I think this as an option is interesting. And there was a Lingering Souls in that pack. I mean, Corpse Knight went really late, Path to Exile went really late, so if Lingering Souls can come around and I can get Lingering Souls Skullclamp, I would be beyond happy, but Skullclamp with Nether Trader, Skullclamp with Nested Shambler, all really good things to be doing. Alright, we have Undead Butler versus Terrarian right now. I'm tempted to take this Terrarian. Again, baubles are good with Lurrus in particular. So just making sure you have like one in play when she comes out is good. The fixing matters, and I think Undead Butler is likely to come around. So We're just gonna take this Terraria in here. Alright, Bloodstained Mire just lets us grab Watery Grave. There's no other black cards here. Zabaz is good. Scalding Tarn is worse than Bloodstained Mire, so we'll take that. Anger is spicy too, but fortunately not getting there. Shambling Ghast I like. Savai Triome is red, black, white. I'm just gonna take Shambling Ghast, I guess. Card's pretty nice. We're gonna play like 15, 14 lands in this deck probably. I don't think I need to go. These two are the only blue cards I'm considering, and it's probably just going to be Aether Spellbomb. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue sources right now, so being able to activate Spellbomb is likely. I don't know how important Moon Circuit Hacker is going to be. Oh, interesting. Honestly, this might be a Signal Pest deck. I have a lot of small creatures, and I need to attack for damage, so this giving everything battle cry is good. It's good with lures. Yeah, I think this is a Signal Pest deck. Marshblast is tempting. How many playables do I have right now? 22? Yeah, let's take Signal Pest. Get in there. Just draft a really cheap curve with a lot of disruption. I need like another Fatal Push. I haven't seen too much in the way of removal. After that, I have a lot of discard, but in terms of killing creatures, I actually have a bit of trouble. Like if my opponent resolves a Gitrog monster, I'm gonna have a hard time. I do have a lot of ways to keep my opponents off that with like Wasteland and whatnot though. And I guess that's why Aether Spellbomb is good here. Necrogen Spellbomb would be spicy too, because that one, you make your opponent discard and you can do it at instant speed. So, oh, that is so good. Priest of Forgotten Gods, I probably couldn't have asked for a better thing. This kind of solves my removal problem. This draws cards, adds mana. I like it a lot. Stoneforge for Jite and Skullclamp is tempting, but staying mono black is really fun. So we have 30 playables. I don't think I'm playing that. 29. So right now this is 23. So I would like to get up like maybe 2 more playables. Because Lurrus is also a sideboard card, right? If things go horrendously wrong, I could just main deck Lurrus and play Headless Rider, Grafted Wargear, and that's fine. But I think I should be able to find 3 more playables in the next... What is this? 7 packs? Oh yeah, we're fine. Una's Prowler is okay. Walking Ballista is pretty good with Lurrus. This can help us bridge the late game. Duress can help us against creature decks, but I think I want more cards that are threats. And I think the flexibility of Ballista here is pretty nice, especially if Lurrus goes down, like this just gives me a late game. Recasting it off Lurrus is really nice. I'm going to take it. I think Una's Prowler was pretty tempting too, but they're just like, all of these cards are good. 30, I guess Chrome Mox is kind of like a spell. Okay, Paradise Mantle. Add 1 mana of any color. Eureka would actually be kind of spicy here, but that's okay. I could just play Memory Lapse. I have some amount of fixing. I don't think this deck really wants a Paradise Mantle, because I probably don't have enough playables to go down that low. Stillport Cutthroat I think is fine. Bayou doesn't really help with mana or anything, so I'll just put the Cutthroat in. Oni Colt Anvil, I love that card. I do not have the mana to cast it. That is such a late Mishra's Workshop, oh my gosh. And then Abrupt Decay, I don't have the mana to cast either. I'm gonna take the Anvil, I don't know. Someone can get a very, very late Mishra's Workshop, I guess. I might have the mana for a blue-black deck. Sawballs doesn't do it. Cloud of Fairies, I mean, cycling is good with Lurrus. Take the Cloud of Fairies, I guess. Ugh, Midnight Reaper. These 3-drops are killing me. Alright, do I play a blue deck? I have quite a bit of fixing. I feel like there is a world where I can do this. Like Spellstutter Sprite, Memory Lapse, and then Lurrus in the sideboard. This will put me at... Oh, Wasteland is kind of like a spell, though. Last pick, Tarfire. Alright, nobody wants that. So... maybe Sprite is a bit too reactive for this deck, but it's so good with like Jite, Skullclamp, and things like that. This is 31, so that would be 9 extra lands. 14 lands plus Chrome Box. That seems alright. Maybe I can even add... Oh no, actually, having a high land count is decent with Lurrus too. So what does this mana base look like? No green. Memory Lapse Spellstutter Sprite with 1, 2, 3... Terrarian is 4, Chromatic Star is 5, Deathrite Shaman is 6, Shambling Ghast is 7, 8 blue sources? Maybe. Zulaport Cutthroat is tempting too. Lingering Soul didn't come around, which is a bit sad. Right now I have a single basic island. And maybe I just run like a Zulaport Cutthroat over Memory Lapse. Alright, I thought about it for a while. I think I'm just going to include this Spell Stutter sprite, and the biggest reason for running this card is to protect my win conditions, like Luris and things like that. This deck is pretty light on stuff, so stopping my opponent from killing my things I think is pretty useful, because I have some amount of discard to stop my opponent from doing stuff too. Although, I keep second guessing myself. You know what? Let's just run Zulaport Cutthroat, keep it mono black, streamline the deck, ignore everything I just said. See you guys round 1. Oh, right, we're playing against... I don't know if those are L's or I's. So, one of those. But we are going to Luris, Companion. So now we have them in the friendship zone, which is pretty nice. And this deck looks really spicy. Did they also Companion Luris? No way. Show game log. I'm a bit suspicious of Chromox in this deck, actually, now that I think about it, because I don't really need to accelerate out into stuff. I just have a bunch of cheap things. I think I should cut Chromox for a land. Alright, we're going to keep this hand for sure. We're going to Dread Fugue them, and then play Gravecrawler. Esper Sentinel. Okay, never mind. We will do something else. Eliminate on the Sentinel. Sentinel's kind of annoying, actually. Let's go Swamp. I guess we could just snuff out the Esper Sentinel and then Dread Fugue. No, that doesn't work. Alright, let's just play Gravecrawler. Pass turn. Yeah, Chromox not being a land is pretty brutal here. So I take 1. Giver of Runes, okay. Pass turn, so they can eventually protect the Esper Sentinel, and they could be holding up Mana Tithe as well. Inquisition of Kozilek. Alright, let's dismantle their hand. So we're going to fetch up Watery Grave, I guess. Then I can Dread Fugue them, paying 1. Sentinel's a good magic card, holy cow. Genesis Chamber, Vizier of Remedies, Kaito Shizuki. Alright, I need to play Inquisition here, I think. Genesis Chamber seems pretty good for me, so I guess I just take Vizier of Remedies, and then I just have to Chromox. And I guess with Chromox, I mean, their hand's pretty close to empty here, so I guess I just get rid of Eliminate. Then I Inquisition down the Kaito. So they're just left with Genesis Chamber. I can attack with Gravecrawler, and if I want to snuff out, I'm better off doing it this turn. And I guess I just snuff out the Giver of Runes. Yeah, kill this now. So we're just left with Jite and a Luris in a Dream. I am down to 12 life though. I did a ton of damage to myself that turn. And do they cast the Genesis Chamber? That is the question. The answer is no. Wasteland. So, yeah, let's do this slowly. Play Jite. Pay 1. And I'm playing around Mana Tithe here specifically. Then I Wasteland their blue. Then I hit them for 2, and then I have Jite ready to go. Yeah, I think we're doing some stuff over here. They oust my Gravecrawler. Pretty good, actually. Not a bad play. So their hand is just Genesis Chamber. We draw Priest. Do I want to play Priest or do I just want a Companion Luris? I think I just want to play Priest. Hitting with Umezawa Jite is so good. We know the card in their hand. It's kind of like a Time Walk. So if they go Swords to Plowshares, okay, Hope of Girapur. Okay, that's not a big deal. They can double block Priest of Forgotten Gods, I guess. That's not a big deal though. Let's equip Jite here. Then attack. They don't block. Alright, well they lose both their creatures. Do I want to kill their stuff? Probably. Kill that, kill this. Play our Gravecrawler. A bit of advice for those wondering. Genesis Chamber is best used in decks that can really go over the top with it. Which their deck might be able to do, I'm not actually sure. Oh. Alright, let's attack. Then we can Skull Clamp our Gravecrawler. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Like Clamp. Clamp the Crawler. Hopefully draw a zombie. Ooh, Swamp Diabolic Intent. Alright, we could play Swamp. I can equip Skull Clamp over here. And then next turn I can Diabolic Intent if I want to, but the better thing is I get to like put Lurrus into my hand. Alright, game 1 down. We're definitely getting rid of Chromox for a swamp, and I think I'm just going to make that switch across the board. We're on the draw. Is there anything I want to change or add? I mean, Spellstutter Sprite actually seems pretty decent against their deck, as does Repeal. But I think we're just going to get rid of Chromox for a land. Same number of mana sources, because you got to remember Wasteland is like a spell, because we're just going to sacrifice it right away. So we're basically running 15 land, which I think is perfect with Lurrus to prevent us from flooding out. Alright, Lurrus. Get in the friendly zone. This is a terrible interface. What if I accidentally misclick? That could be bad. Oh man, this hand's so good. I get the turn 1 Carrion Feeder, turn 2 play and sacrifice Mesmeric Fiend start. Which sets up the the board for me to play Mesmeric Fiend off Lurrus later on. I like that. Turn 1 Giver of Runes is kind of annoying, but we could just kill the Giver of Runes because it says another target creature. And like here, having a swamp instead of having to exile something for Chromox, I think is just much better. So they... Ooh, Springleaf Drum. Okay, I like that. I think people do not play Springleaf Drum enough, and it is a very good Magic card. Okay, Esper Sentinel comes down again. And Hope of Gearfare. Alright, their deck is sweet. We are going to Mesmeric Fiend. They only have 2 cards in hand. Ooh, Nested Shambler. I like that. Alright, Mesmeric Fiend. Cast this. I don't think I have to hold control. I can just sacrifice this right away. Show me what you got. Thalia, Garden of Thraben, and Recruiter of the Guard. So Recruiter can grab kind of anything they want. Maybe I should get rid of Kitesail Freebooter because it's not the best. But Thalia, they can attack. But I'm going to have a Walking Ballista. I guess I just take Recruiter and get rid of their card advantage. And do I attack? I think so. They can double block. But then I'm trading Carrion Feeder for Giver of Runes. And I have Lurrus in my deck. So yeah, I think just trading off is what I want to do. Because I can't block with this guy. And there's no point in playing Walking Ballista for 2 because they can stop things with Giver Runes. And in order to get an extra counter, I have to play 4, so I might as well just pay 4 next time anyway. So I think we're just going to go like Kitesail Freebooter, Nested Shamblers. Anafenza. Oh, okay, that's pretty good actually. They really did draft mono white aggro. Dread Fugue. Oh, that's pretty nice actually. I can take Thalia here. Yes, go Dread Fugue, pay the 1. Get rid of Thalia. Then we get to play Nested Shambler. And I guess I can attack with Carrion Feeder, right? Because I could just sacrifice Nested Shambler to grow my team. Actually, there's no point in attacking because they could just give this protection from black and block. Yeah, no point attacking there. But Anafenza is pretty scary, actually. I take 3. No point in blocking. Okay, Core Skyfisher actually lets them bounce a land. That's a big creature, actually. Core Skyfisher is pretty strong. What did they bounce? Oh, Hope of... Ooh, that's pretty spicy. They can get a 2/2 flyer. Yeah, they're actually doing some cool stuff over there. I like what's going on. Yeah, Anafenza's a house. So what am I doing about this? There's our swamp. So I can play Walking Ballista for 2 and kill Anafenza. This Meathook Massacre for 2 would be pretty good. Unfortunately, it's not in my deck. I can play Diabolic Intent. That seems pretty bad. I think I just cast Walking Ballista for 2. And then do I instantly kill Giver of Runes? No. I think I wait. And there's no point in attacking here, because they could just Giver of Runes, give protection. I also just realized my opponent said Meathook Massacre. You can cast the Meathook Massacre off of Lurrus. That's actually quite good. I guess you would end up killing your own Lurrus, but still, it's worth mentioning. Like Snapcaster Wrath of God. So I take 4 in the air. Okay, let's take the damage. And they don't do anything, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm at 11, which is fairly low. Another land, I think, just makes me want to Diabolic Intent this Nested Shambler. Although, I guess I should lead with Kitesail Freebooter and see what's going on over there. They might have a removal spell. They just have a land, okay. Done. So let's go ahead and Diabolic Intent, sacrificing the Freebooter? Or do I just Companion Lurrus? I think I like this sacrificing Nested Shambler. Okay, 1. Oh no! Alright, well that was a mistake. They just drew a card for free. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's really good, actually. Alright, what are we doing here? I mean, it's probably just going to be Skull Clamp, right? Deathrite Shaman's tempting. I think it's got to be Skull Clamp. Play the Clamp. Pass turn. Yeah, so now I can equip Skull Clamp to Kitesail Freebooter, and that'll be good. I can equip Skull Clamp to Walking Ballista, but that actually reduces the total number of counters I can remove from it to kill stuff, so I don't love that. And right now, I can do stuff. Oof, that attack with Esper Sentinel is pretty nice for them anyway. I think I block the Esper Sentinel and then kill Giver of Runes. That makes sense to me. So this, because this cannot protect itself. Give unoffensive protection from black, sure, that's fine. We need to get lures on the battlefield soon. I think maybe casting Diabolic Intent was a mistake because I'm at 7 life, and that's pretty precarious, but I figured clamping up a Kitesail Freebooter to answer these flyers is probably something I want to do. Gravecrawler is pretty nice here. Gravecrawler, clamp the Gravecrawler. Draw 2 cards. Draw Wasteland, Watery Grave. So I can Wasteland the Scrubland, that puts them down to 2 mana. Let's play and clamp Gravecrawler again, see what we find there. Not a lot. Not a lot at all. So yeah, I think I just go Wasteland on Scrubland. And then equip here. And then I attack for 2. Not a strong position. Not a strong position at all. But eventually I'm going to draw into a removal spell if I can survive this turn. They oust my Carrion Feeder. I think I'm fine with that. The gaining life part here is actually really huge, because the longer this game goes, the better it is for me. They could oust and then swords my Kitesail Freebooter, and that would be a pretty clever play. Luminarch, ooh, okay. That's going to be some damage. Yep, so they have 2 3/3 flyers. I think I still block in this position. Just because... Oh, I block Esper Sentinel for sure. Take 5 in the air. There's the Carrion Feeder and another land. That's a lot of land. So I need to find removal for one of their flying creatures right now. Deathrite Shaman doesn't help. Yeah, they have 5 power in the air. Let's, Carrion Feeder. Gravecrawler. I have removal in my deck. Kill this one. Holy cow, what is happening? I guess now I have to clamp Carrion Feeder? I don't really have any outs to this. That's so many lands, though. Clamp this? Oh, I am just dead, actually. Alright, game 3 it is. Big flyers take it down. I'm pretty sure I have removal. I feel like I want this repeal. I don't know. There's a lot of cards that get me out of that position. Actually, not that many, right? It would have to be like eliminate Zulaport Cutthroat. So I was actually in a precarious spot, that's for sure. Alright, we're gonna go first. Yes, we're gonna Companion Lurrus. And I think I just need to get down Lurrus sooner. This hand is great, by the way. Turn 1, probably just Dreadfugue. Show me what you got going on over there. Viscera Seer, Skyclave Apparition, Welcoming Vampire. Okay, good to know about all those things. So we know about that one. Welcoming Vampire is quite good as well. I'd like to discard that if possible. So we draw Swamp. I can go... I guess we're just going to go Deathrite Shaman, Shambling Ghast. Last turn. Next turn I can set up for Priest of Forgotten Gods. Okay, they have Marshflats, so they can exile one of my things. But I can actually hold up Aether Spellbomb if I want to. Yeah, let's go Priest of Forgotten Gods. Aether Spellbomb. And attack for 1. Because now if they try and Skyclave Apparition a creature, I can bounce the creature in response. Okay, they just play Welcoming Vampire, so I kind of just want to bounce the vampire here. Actually, no, I could just kill the vampire, right? Yeah, I don't even have to do anything, we just kill that. Seems good to me. Let's go Nether Trader. Then we sacrifice Shambling Ghast. And Nether Trader. And I'm gonna make a treasure. Then I can return Nether Trader to the battlefield. Diabolic Intent. I like that. Let's do it. I have the mana right now, so I might as well. Diabolic Intent, sacrificing Nether Trader. And we're gonna grab... I mean, Skull Clamp seems like the obvious pick with Nether Trader. But Inquisition's actually pretty tempting too. I just deal with their thing. Yeah, let's go with Inquisition. And I'm gonna exile a land card. At black. Inquisition U. Take Skyclave Apparition. And then we have Eliminate for Core Skyfisher. Okay, they play the Skyfisher. We have Spellbomb. We can Companion Luris. Like, we have a lot of stuff going on. Okay, we draw a creature. So, there's the Friendship Zone. Let's go ahead and put Luris into our hands. And then, do I want to eliminate the Core Skyfisher? Probably. Add black. Kill this. Attack for 1. And then we have Spellbomb to protect Luris. We have a lot of discard creatures. And Priest of Forgotten Gods, Nether Trader is just a gross combo. Okay, they play the Flooded Strand we know about. Tidehollow Scholar is fine. We can get it back with Luris. Vizier of Remedies, sure. And I guess there's no reason to do that at end step. Because it's just a treasure token. Alright, sacrifice this, return this to their hand. Get back Luris, play Luris. And what do I want to cast? I feel like casting Shambling Ghast here. Oh, that's good. Then I can play my land. And what do I want to do? Do I just wait? I guess so. Next turn. Because next turn, I can set up a really strong turn where I play something with Luris, sacrifice them both, get them all back. They can play Tidehollow, that's fine, because now I have Priest of Forgotten Gods plus Shambling Ghast to kill their stuff. And I can start hitting them. You lose 2 life, we'll get rid of Diabolic Intent. Snuff Out's pretty good, but I guess I'm just going to play a Nether Trader here. Play Nether Trader. Sacrifice 2 creatures. You lose 2 life. Sacrifice Shambling Ghast, Nether Trader. This one's going to get -1/-1. Alright, match 1 down. GG's. See you guys at round 2. Alright, we're playing against Siphon Soul. We're going to go first. We're going to reveal Luris. I forgot to get rid of Chrome. Oh, this hand is so good. Take a look at fun. I forgot to get rid of Chrome Mox from the deck. So remind me. I know you literally cannot, but mind the play. Oh, that's so good. Turn 1, Deathrite Shaman. This card is pretty ridiculous. Hey, they have a Chrome Mox. Exiling Restoration Angel is interesting. Alright, so they're going to do Stoneforge, Batterskull type things, I guess. And the germ is black. Yeah, there's Batterskull. So I guess we probably just have to snuff out the Stoneforge here. But I can do it on my turn. There's no rush anywhere. Good luck, have fun, big fan. And Rutro Rangi, it's Luris. I guess I could also Mesmeric Fiend the Batterskull and see what's going on there. Yeah, let's just get a bit more info. Mes Fiend. That way I know if I want to snuff out the Stoneforge or not. Batterskull, Esper Sentinel, Reflector Mage. So they can Reflector Mage and do stuff. Esper Sentinel isn't that scary. So next turn they're going to Reflector Mage this. What am I doing here? They spend their whole turn Reflector Mage. If I take Reflector Mage, then they'll just be left with Batterskull, but they're going to be able to cast it pretty soon. I think I just take Batterskull. Force them to Reflector Mage. And then I snuff out the Stoneforge Mystic after they Reflector Mage. Fun hand, right? Yeah, their deck looks sweet. So far, 2 blue-white decks, which is interesting. They Reflector Mage, which is what we expected. Then we get to get down Priest of Forgotten Gods. And we can use that to strand Batterskull in their hand for good, which is the game plan. Right, Priest. Snuff out on Stoneforge. Pass turn. And given the way this game is going, it's totally possible. If I draw a land, everything's perfect. Because then I can go Mesmeric Fiend, Nether Trader, sacrifice them both. But it's totally possible that I just sacrifice my own Deathrite Shaman so that I can Mesmeric Fiend and permanently exile the Batterskull. Attack for 2, makes sense. And so we're going to end of turn Snuff Out. I'm at 14 somehow. I guess because I cast Snuff Out. Pretty much anytime you play a game and you cast Snuff Out, you're just like, why is my life total so low? And that's why. Okay, we got a land. Pretty good. Is it worth fetching up blue? No, I have a Deathrite Shaman, so now I get to go Nether Trader, Mesmeric Fiend. Sacrifice both of these. And then I guess I have to pay black with Deathrite Shaman to get this to work. I guess I cannot pay black with Deathrite Shaman? That's unfortunate. I should be able to, but I guess it just doesn't count as a mana ability. That's really unfortunate. Take Battered Skull, so they're just left with Force of Will. So now I get to go Zulaport Cutthroat into Shambling Ghast. Alright, we're set up. We got Cutthroat, Priest of Forgotten Gods. Yeah, we're doing some stuff. They have Force of Will, which they can hardcast now. So we need to worry about Lurrus slightly. But I think we can race pretty easily at this point. There it is. Oh boy. Alright, let's... feel like I want to sacrifice Deathrite Shaman and Shambling Ghast. Yeah, we'll keep the Cutthroat in play. Holy cow. Alright, this is going to create a treasure token. Pay black to return it. So we just have to wait for them to tap out so they can't hardcast Force of Will. Ooh, Terrarian's pretty nice. Then I attack them for 2. They're down to 12, they're down to 10. Terrarian plus Lurrus is good stuff. They had Miscalc and Force of Will. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to put Lurrus in my hand. That was a mistake. Yep, they Spellseeker. Maybe get Time Walk? Ooh. So they need to Ephemerate right now, because otherwise I can Priest of Forgotten Gods in response to Ephemerate, and then they just won't be able to cast their thing. I really did mess up by not putting Lurrus in my hand, but I think we can recover. Yeah, they need to do it right now. That makes sense. And they gotta kill the Priest of Forgotten Gods. Prismatic Ending. Yep, that'll do it. Alright. This is exiled. They get to get back Ephemerate. Pretty good position to be in, but their life total is quite low. Ah, if I could just play Lurrus, this would be much better. That helps. Alright, put you into my hand. Then we can go Phyrexian Tower. Wait. Let's attack with both. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's attack with both. Because they don't want to block because they have Ephemerate rebounding. Then we sacrifice this to add double black. Then we play Lurrus. And then recast Deathrite Shaman probably. Because Deathrite Shaman can start eating their life total pretty quickly. And Phyrexian Tower plus Zulaport Cutthroat is good. They're going to find an answer to Lurrus. Ugh, this card not being a land is really hurting me though. Okay, they swords my Lurrus. But they're at 6 life. And we know they have hardcast Force of Will in hand, so gotta look out for that. There's a Marsh Flats, so let's go ahead and sacrifice Terrarian for blue-black. Skull Clamp is good. They're just gonna Force of Will this Skull Clamp. Let's eat Prismatic Ending. They fall down to 4. I can Phyrexian Tower, sacrificing the Zulaport Cutthroat. Getting back Nether Trader to put him down to very low? Let's just wait. I'm not in a rush. They're going to tap out. I'm going to Skull Clamp. Having Phyrexian Tower open protects me from exile effects. Fetch up Watery Grave, end of turn. Diabolic Intent is a good one. Yeah, let's do that. Diabolic Intent. Sacrificing the Cutthroat. Getting back Nether Trader. Alright, they didn't even have to see that. Alright, that was pretty spicy. So they're blue-white. Get out of here, Chromox. Nobody wants you. Blue-white tempo stuff. They have quite a bit of good stuff like Prismatic Ending and stuff, but I think my deck's pretty set up. Alright. Game 2, Companion Lurrus. I just gotta remember to put Lurrus in my hand when I want to. Oh, this hand is so good. Every opener in this deck is so sweet because my curve is so low that everything's playable that, you know, the expected amount of lands between 1 and 3 are all perfect. There's less variance in the total number of lands because it's very unlikely to get 5, but being stuck on 2 lands is kind of perfect for this deck. So I think I'm going to hold off on Probe because I'm almost certainly just going to Inquisition turn 1, so I don't need to waste the Probe on that. Ooh, main main phase, thousand phase shadow. I like it. How did I draw nested shambler? I think I still just Inquisition here. Swords to Plowshares, Counterspell, Force of Will. Okay, that's a pretty slow hand for sure. I feel like I just take swords and then they're just like not able to cast spells. The downside of doing that is I guess it means that my other discard won't be as effective. But like, what are they going to do? Counterspell my Nested Shambler? Maybe. I don't know. Go Nested Shambler. Play Terrarian. I'm not going to Gitaxian Probe. I'm going to do that. I'm going to save that card for as long as possible because I don't need to hit land drops. Like, there's nothing I can hit in my deck that helps. But knowing when I want a Mesmeric Fiend, I think is going to be pretty useful. Ooh. Okay, Ninja of the Deep Hours. Pretty good. Pretty good draw there. They get to draw a card. Yeah, that's spicy. Their deck looks really fun. They're tapped out. They can Force of Will, I guess. Pitching the other flyer. They have Flooded Strand, so I didn't actually know about Flooded Strand. I knew about Island. So their hand is like Follow the Fountain, Counterspell, Force of Will, one or two other unknowns. Priest of Forgotten Gods is a good one. Let's sacrifice this for black. You draw a swamp. Know what's in their hand. Yeah, I guess I do cast this because drawing a 1-drop here would be pretty nice. Alright, so they have Thousand Face Shadow, Mana Drain, Counterspell, Force of Will. So I guess if I can force them to Mana Drain this Bitter Blossom, I'll be in good shape. Or Force of Will this Bitter Blossom. We're just gonna like dismantle their hand. Alright, Force of Will, pitching Thousand Face Shadow. Now we get to go Chromatic Star. I guess I unfortunately have to chump block this Ninja of the Deep Hours. But next time, like, I get to play Mesmeric Fiend, hopefully into Priest of Forgotten Gods, and that's a pretty good spot to be. But I need to find an answer to this dude. He's a bit problematic. Get some tapped squirrels. They shock, so they have Mana Drain, Counterspell up, and then nothing else. Eliminate doesn't actually kill that, so let's sacrifice this for blue? Dread Fugue. Oh, that's good. That's really good, actually. We Dread Fugue them here. So they can counter it with Mana Drain, or they just let it resolve and I get to take Mana Drain. Either way, they're not going to have any counter spells in hand after this. Okay, they countered that one, which means I get to Mesmeric Fiend. They can counterspell the Mesmeric Fiend. That happens. So now they have Ninja against a Squirrel. And things get still a little bit dicey for me, right? They could just jam Batterskull. Oh, that's really good. Alright, we're in trouble. That's so bad for me. Alright, Eliminate doesn't kill anything they have. And they draw Mother of Runes. Alright, that's a problem. Snuff out, one time. Wasteland. A little bit late, but it is pretty good here. I get to go Priest of Forgotten Gods. And then eliminate the Mother of Runes. I have to take another hit off the Ninja, I believe, though, which is unfortunate. But we just have to hope they don't draw good stuff. Oh, we're so dead if they're ninjutsuing the Solitude. Oh, that's so sweet. I love it. Their deck is awesome. This is a lot of value. And this is the engine stuff that I'm talking about, right? They have this thing where they have ninjas to get value. They have removal to take advantage of it. Like this is fun for me. So they have Solitude. I guess I just have to how do I deal with this? Can Diabolic Intent away this Priest of Forgotten Gods? That plays around Solitude somewhat. Thanks, Archivist Spider. I love it. Everyone's so nice. It's so good. Alright, we have Shambling Ghast, Walking Ballista, Umazawa's Jite. This is tough because they can just hardcast Solitude in this spot. I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage next turn. Ay. And anything I play, they're just gonna exile. Alright, we'll go big. Do that. Put lures into my hand from the Friendship Zone. Last turn and just die. We're just dead. Yeah, they just end step Solitude here, and then I don't know. It's possible I draw into something, but they're just gonna be like, oh geez. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Blue-white Flicker Blink might be the best archetype. I might have over supported it just because like the creatures like Restoration are so hard to deal with. So they draw and then draw and discard. I love it. Okay, they're just holding up the thing. Watery Grave. Let's move on to game 3. I'm on the play. We can do this. This is all about tempo. All right, let's do this. Going first, Companion Luris. Yeah, I mean, this is a Bitter Blossom before my opponent can hopefully deal with it. Plus Priest of Forgotten Gods, just a lot of good stuff. If they Force of Will a Bitter Blossom, then things get a little bit more awkward, but I think we're still set up. Priest seems good against their deck in particular. All right, let's go turn 1 Terrarian. Whoa. Play this, play Terrarian. Pass turn. Here's where they like spell snare my Bitter Blossom and then I just cry. But I think I have to go for it. Yeah, we're gonna go Marsh Flats, thin our deck a bit. Crack Terrarian. Gonna add blue-black. Actually just black-black. That's exactly what I was looking for. Now I can see what's going on. Can they counter Bitter Blossom? Force of Will miscalculation. They can, but they have to Force of Will it. I think that's good. Because then their hand does nothing. Yep, Force of Will miscalc down. Now their hand's nothing. We just get down Luris very quickly and replay Bitter Blossom while they have no answers. Or they drew Counter Magic. Either way, I think we're in a good spot. That's a lot of land, though. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna put Luris into my hand right now. Pass turn. I really want to get back Bitter Blossom while they assumedly don't have any Counter Magic. Yeah, they drew Mox Sapphire, so their hand, we know all of it except for one card. There's just Hardcast Ninja. Okay. Am I willing to trade Luris with Ninja? I don't think so, but I think, let's see, I can also just go Priest of Forgotten Gods plus Umezawa's Jite. That seems pretty good. Lead with Priest. Then play Jite. So now I could just kill Ninja on the backswing and play Luris if I want to, or I can play Luris plus Bitter Blossom. I'm taking one hit, which does give them one draw, but I think it's worthwhile. Also, it's not every day you see Hardcast Ninja in the deep hours, but it is good here. Alright, so we need our opponent to not have counter magic, but if they don't have counter magic, we have Jite. If they have removal, things get weird, but we still get to play Luris at the very least. Stoneforge for Batterskull. Okay. That's a problem, but it's a beatable problem. If they have that plus mana drain, because we know 3 of the 4 cards in their hand, oh, that's so good. Holy cow, that's good. Alright, equip Jite. Attack for 1. Do damage here. And do I just cast Luris? It's the most mana efficient play. It's the weakest to removal because I'm not getting any value off Luris when I play it. So I think I'm actually just gonna... I can handle the board right now, so I think we're gonna Chromatic Star and just not Luris at the moment. Attack this for blue. Play Carrion Feeder. I like that one. That lets me Jite harder. And then I think I don't mind them putting Batterskull into play because they could just cast it very soon. I think I just snuff out the Ninja of the Deep Hours. I don't even have to do that on... Actually, I don't even think I have to snuff out anything. I just pass. So they attack there. And I'm just going to Jite the Ninja. Because they can Ephemerate in response, or they could just let it go through. Both work. Okay, so now they can Batterskull. Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Alright, play this untapped. Play Mesmeric Fiend. Actually, yeah, let's play Mesmeric Fiend here. And do I want to sacrifice it in response to the trigger? Potentially. They mana drain that. Alright, that works for me. So now they're just going to put into play a Batterskull, and I'm going to put Luris into play. And we're going to recast... I don't have... Oh, I can recast Bitter Blossom here, but I would have to sacrifice Luris in order to do it. This is interesting. I can snuff out Stoneforge Mystic. That'll force them to put Batterskull into play. Then I Priest of Forgotten Gods down the Batterskull. And then with Luris, I just cast Bitter Blossom. I think I'm going to go for... Then I just have Bitter Blossom Jite in play. I could just wait a turn, though. I think waiting a turn's fine. Cast turn. So they get Batterskull. That's alright. No point in attacking here. And if things get really desperate, I can snuff out Stoneforge, and then Priest of Forgotten Gods, the Germ token. This is quite the game. I'm enjoying this a lot. It's very intricate. And my opponent's deck is sweet. My deck is sweet. They're Chromoxing? What is in their hand? I mean, we know Ephemerate is there. Okay, so they get rid of Ephemerate. So their hand is 2 unknowns. Okay, they get rid of that mana. That's good. They attack for 4. I just take the 4. Okay, they Swords Luris. So now I think we go with the game plan here. We snuff out the Stoneforge. Well played, well played. Okay, last card in hand was Restoration Angel. I guess I just Priest now. I get to draw a card. Losing Luris is rough. They lose Stoneforge, so Restoration Angel doesn't do a lot for them. But now I'm facing down these 2 giant creatures and I have nothing in hand. My opponent navigated this game very well. They said, thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, they really played that nicely. All right, let's crack terrain for just black. Skull Clamp is a good one. Play the Clamp. I mean, that gives me something to block with. Play Deathrite Shaman. Okay, they have no cards in hand, and they're gonna hit me for a lot. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can just equip Batterskull to Restoration Angel and kill me, so I actually have to do this. Yeah, they just equip Batterskull to Restoration Angel and I die, so I have to attack here. And I think all my removal that kills Resto is gone, so we need to do something. We get GT counters, draw 2 cards. Nether Trader is a good one. Play a land, clamp the Nether Trader. Diabolic Intent. I mean, we're very close here. Whip here. Yeah, I had to make that play because this is lethal. Now I'm taking 8, but I can gain 2, so if they make that play, it's not a huge deal. I could also just take the hit and then swing back. If they drew Solitude, then... Okay, they make that play. 7, 8, Flying Vigilance, Lifelink. No cards in hand. And I have Diabolic Intent in a Dream, so let's gain some life. No! That is unfortunate. How is it even possible? Why? I could have sworn this was on top before. Well, that's unfortunate. I should be at 9. That's a really rough misclick. Ugh, that's unfortunate. I want to know if I would have won that. What was the top deck? I'll let you know. Ugh, I swear the top one was gain life before, but I could just be wrong. I've definitely been wrong before. Let's see what was available. Zulaport Cutthroat. I don't actually know. Oh, Aether Spellbomb. Aether Spellbomb I would have drawn and played. I would have drawn 2 cards. I don't know actually who would have won that. I think I might have been able to do it. That's hard. Spellbomb, I don't have Lures to replay it, but I would have drawn some cards here. GT plus Spellbomb. I don't know. That would have been close. But I think they might have still gotten it. Unfortunate, but we will see you guys round 3. Alright, we're playing against Avaloon. We are on the play. That's so good. Get our Lurus out there. And this hand is amazing. We got Skull Clamp. I mean, pretty much any hand with Skull Clamp in it, we just keep. That card's so good. And we have enough land, so I don't really want to draw more. So let's just go Marsh Plants, fetch for Skull Clamp. Play Clamp. Next turn, we can probably just play Mesmeric Fiend. Clear the way, see what's going on over there. The good part about Mesmeric Fiend is you can treat it like a tempo play, where you just take their cheap stuff. Oh. Lightning Bolt, Genesis Chamber, Carrion Feeder. I would like them to play any of those, so let's take Lightning Bolt. I want to see Genesis Chamber so badly in the face of a Skull Clamp. They didn't even play Carrion Feeder? That's an interesting one. Let's play this untapped. Player Cutthroat pre-combat. I don't know what's going on over there, but I feel like they're going to kill my Mesmeric Fiend with a card that they drew. So let's just attack for 1 and see what happens. I don't think there's any flash creatures that punish this attack. No? Okay. Let's just Signal Pest it up then. Ancient Grudge? Oh, that's a very, very good top deck. It's okay though, we have Lurus, so they can grudge my creatures all they want. Also, it could have been smart for them actually to wait on Genesis Chamber. But yeah, grudge on that, grudge on Pest is pretty brutal. I think we're still fine though. They play Windswept Heath, so they can go Genesis Chamber, Carrion Feeder. Nope, just Carrion Feeder. Grudge the Pest. Alright. They lose a life, I gain a life. And they cannot block, so let's Oh, 2/2 Walking Ballista seems pretty good, actually. Kill this now. Actually, they can't block, so there's no point in killing it yet. Stuff Out seems weak against their deck, but I think that's alright. Prosperous Innkeeper. So let's kill this dude now. I don't want them getting a 2/2, and sack outlets are pretty important. Ooh, Phyrexian Tower. Okay. I could put Lurrus in hand and then replay it, but then have no mana for anything else. I think what I'm gonna do is put Lurrus in hand, play Phyrexian Tower, and just not attack with anything. Or I can swing out and snuff out. You know what? All their good creatures are gonna be black. Let's do this. Swing out, snuff out. Snuff out their 1/1. But you know what? It ends up doing a lot of damage, so I think it's fine. So now they can play Pitiless Plunderer, but I can go Lurrus Skullclamp. Yep. I mean, that dude blocks really well on this board. There's a Swamp. Let's go Lurrus. Play Skullclamp. Yes, playing a land here. And I'm just going to Skullclamp the Ballista, because I have Zulaport Cutthroat out. Then Dreadfuge then. Goblin Bombardment, Genesis Chamber. So we take the Bombardment. Oh, that's actually pretty scary. Alright. Glad I did. They were set up. They play the Sphinx, that gains them life. Okay. We can play a really big Walking Ballista. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I play a 6/6 Walking Ballista. Oh, X can't be greater than 1? Okay, well that answers that, I guess. Let's play Signal Pest and just clamp the pest. Draw some cards, drain some life. We can eliminate Kitchen Finks, or if that matters. Play Terrarian. Equip Skull Clamp to, I guess, the Cutthroat at this point. Inquisition. So I know their hand is just Genesis Chamber. I don't really need to do that. I guess I just pass turn. Whenever Kitchen Finks dies, they're gonna get treasures. Like, this is not over. Maybe I do actually Inquisition Genesis Chamber, because they're just gonna play it with Plunder. Like, that could be... Oh, okay. That's really bad. Let's kill Kitchen Finks in response. They get a treasure. Yeah, we're in trouble, actually. Yep, they kill Mesmeric Fiend. They kill my Lurrus. Yep, we're in deep trouble. And this is the thing that I'm talking about with synergy decks overpowering these low-to-the-ground control decks, right? I'm playing not a lot of synergy, but all the stuff they have going on lets them go over the top of what I'm doing and take over the game, and that's really sweet. Alright, we got an Inquisition now. Undead Butler seems very scary. Okay, Sactarian or black. Kitesail Freebooter. Alright, we're calling back into this a little bit. Take the Genesis Chamber. Oops, Skull Clamp here. Then we Wasteland Badlands. Last turn, but we're in trouble. I mean, they have an active Yawgmoth. So any creatures they draw make treasures, they can just start doing stuff. I do have Skull Clamp, which matters a little bit. But we'll see another Swamp. Alright, attack for 2. Right now this race favors me, but I need to get stuff going here. Like Carrion Feeder would be a good hit off of this. Do I sacrifice Kitesail Freebooter? I think I give it one more turn. Oh no, I'm in so much trouble. They're gonna play anything and then just take over the game from there. And Snuff Out's really bad in this matchup too, so we're gonna sideboard that out. Chromox, alright, let's attack for 2. And then we just gotta sacrifice our Freebooter here. Thin our deck a little bit, seems reasonable. Okay, there's Bitter Blossom, there's Gravecrawler. Let's go Gravecrawler. Clamp the Gravecrawler. If I hit a zombie here, we're in business. Nope, alright, Priest, Bitter Blossom. Yeah, I think losing Lurrus is pretty rough, and I mean, there is a cost to companioning Lurrus. I don't have a good late game, so if my opponent is playing these chunky cards to go over the top of me, they definitely can do that. Now they resolve Genesis Chamber. Yeah, they played this really well. We're turbo dead here. Like, so dead. Okay, kill my priest. Oh, their deck is so... I love seeing the synergies come together. And the best part is, I mean, I don't even know how many like interactive spells I played. I played Snuff Out, Dreadfuge, Eliminate, and this Merrick Fiend, Inquisition, Luris, getting back all of this stuff. And my opponent just was able to go over the top of me with a deck that's very coherent. Like Pitiless Plunder, Yawgmoth, Midnight Reaper is just so good. And we're going to die to our own Bitter Blossom here very soon. Jite is a card that I could hit to get into this, actually. So let's play Nether Trader. We get a token. Ah, okay. Then what do? I Skull Clamp the Nether Trader. Then I Skull Clamp my token. When that dies, I pay to put Nether Trader into play. And I'm just hoping to hit Jite off of this. There we go. I may pay to return this from my graveyard. Pay black, yes. Get a token here. We're doing some stuff. Thanks, your deck is sweet too. Thank you. They've set me up with Genesis Chamber and Nether Trader. Then we go Swamp, play Jite, equip Jite to the Nether Trader. And then I think post-combat I'm going to sacrifice Nether Trader off Phyrexian Tower to equip Jite to something else. They pay a life here. Okay, they lose a life and draw a card. They make a treasure token. They put a counter on this and draw a card. I guess I just sacrifice here to add double black. They fall to 4. Can I kill them from here? I guess Chromarx being in this position is pretty good. I can... how do I get out of this? I Skull Clamp a Mirror token, which kills it. And then I pay black to get back Nether Trader. I can hit them for 1. Go for that. Pay black to get back Nether Trader. We're going down to 2 cards in deck. Pay black. I get a mirror. We get to Chromox, exiling Diabolic Intent. Attack with Nether Trader, putting him down to 2. I don't actually know who wins this. And then I play all the 3. I can pay black here and play... I guess Deathrite Shaman is lethal on my upkeep. Okay, I don't know who wins this, but that's a lot of stuff. So if they pay life to sacrifice and kill stuff, then they lose life. They can only kill one thing. I think Deathrite Shaman might have done it, actually. But, I mean, this is so cool. This is just going over the top with synergies, right? I drew my whole deck, so I have these Nether Trader loops. I am very sad that my Zulapart Cutthroat I gave away so early, but they would have been able to kill it with Yawgmoth anyway. So they can sacrifice the Midnight Reaper. The problem is, this hurts them. But they only need to do 1 damage to me. But then I can kill them on my upkeep with Deathrite Shaman. So that's why playing Deathrite Shaman was so clutch. Alright, they swing out. We block like this. We keep Deathrite Shaman alive. Alright, they're going in. They can... Oh, wait. They can do this actually, right? Discard a card, proliferate? Oh man, they're gonna go down to 1 life and beat me, I think. Discard a card, proliferate. That's it. That's beautiful. They've played this so well. That's fun. I love this cube so much. Oh, wait. I guess they're still not dead because of Nether Trader. If they can do 1 damage to me. Wow, that was insane. I thought I was dead because they got it down to 1, but they're at 1 life, so they can't sacrifice another creature to kill my Nether Trader. They go out on their own terms. I love it. Nether Trader's so good. Okay, so they are a big deck. I mean, Chromox was actually good in that game. It let me play like that last spell, which mattered. That was really close. I almost want to side into a bigger deck, but I think the value of Companion Luris is pretty nice. That being said, like, I don't know, Headless Rider and things like that would be pretty strong. And this is the beauty of playing a cube that I made, right? If I lose, someone else drafted a sweet deck, and then that's just like a fun to see them do good stuff. If I win, then I drafted a sweet deck, and winning is fun. So there's really like no downside here. This hand is terrible. This hand is good. We get rid of a swamp. Turn 1 Inquisition. Their deck is so fun, by the way. Yeah, let's go Inquisition into Bitter Blossom. Survival of the Fittest, Prosperous Innkeeper, Lightning Bolt. I guess I take Survival. I have a lot of removal, but I have Bitter Blossom. And if they have Grove Punishing Fire, that's going to be tough. But I'm hoping Bitter Blossom can do some good stuff. Ooh, Mesmeric Fiend. No, I think we're just going to... I mean, playing Wasteland shows them what's up. But Innkeeper can gain them quite a bit of life to get back from Bitter Blossom. Okay, there's a Shambles. Okay, so we know most of their deck, right? Wooded Foothills is gone, Grove is gone, Innkeeper is gone. Ooh, Undead Butler? Okay. Do they have Hogak? That would be spicy. No. But they do have Persist combos. Their deck is amazing. So I can't cut them off of black mana. I guess I probably just want to kill Grove of the Burn Willows here. Let's fetch... And I don't think I need to fetch up blue. My life total actually is going to matter quite a bit. It's Mesmeric Fiend to see what's going on. Actually, I kind of want to develop the board, don't I? No, I think I do Wasteland the Grove. Then I Mesmeric Fiend to deal with one of their removal spells, which will be Lightning Bolt. 1/2 and a 1/1. Yeah, I take it. Undead Butler can get them back stuff pretty soon here. So they just have Eliminate one Unknown. We're getting Bitter Blossom tokens. There's Probe. I know it's in their hand, but I would like to draw a card. Okay, we draw the Swamp, and the other card is Fatal Push. That's a lot of removal. Alright, Gravecrawler first. Then Shambling Ghast. Then Chromatic Star. Attack for 1 in the air. I feel like I'm going to get burned out, though. Okay, they kill that. They get Lightning Bolt. So their hand is Eliminate Lightning Bolt. Can the zombies take over in time? Priest of Forgotten Gods was an excellent draw. They're just going to kill it, but pretty good. I don't mind them getting back any of the cards in their graveyard, so I'll attack with Gravecrawler too. Especially if they use a kill spell on Shambling Ghast. Okay, they're going for Persist stuff. Then we get to go Chromatic Star for blue. Skull Clamp is excellent. Let's go Priest, Gravecrawler, and then next turn we have Skull Clamp at the ready. Yep, killing Priest makes sense. So this is the pivotal turns, right? If they can find like a Yawgmoth here or some synergy piece that can help them bridge the gap, I don't have a lot to go off of from here. I do have Luris. Oh boy, that's a lot. If they can find a way, I mean, Prosperous Innkeeper is kind of problematic. If they can find a way to deal with these flyers, then that's just going to give them like infinite value. This is a good one though. Take Eliminate. Play Skull Clamp. Guess I probably don't attack with Shambling Ghast. It lets Gravecrawler get in for damage. Okay. They're gaining life, but Bitter Blossom is going to kind of do some dirty stuff very soon. There's no point in attacking with Gravecrawler now. We're just hoping to win off Bitter Blossom. Diabolic Intent is an insane magic card. But I think I'm better off just clamping here. Play land. Play Gravecrawler. Clamping again. Just getting in the card draw while I have the availability to. My opponent for 5 in the air, and then I have Jite to kind of close it out. Attack with these. This. We'll see. If they draw like Yawgmoth right now, I think we're in trouble. But it's got to be like right now. Okay, there's Safehold Elite. They attack there. I'll take the 1. Ooh, Cutthroat. That's probably going to do it. Play the Cutthroat. Play land. Attack for a whole bunch of damage. Is that lethal? 5, 6 in the air. And then 7, 8. 9. Yeah, with Skull Clamp, I think it is lethal. Although, I guess there's no reason to go for it. GG, love the cube in the content. Thank you. Hold it to, we clamp Gravecrawler. Gravecrawler is Lilliport Cutthroat. And this is... These are the combos I'm talking about. This is when I say it's a synergy cube, this is what I'm referring to. Like, you have this Gravecrawler loop in your deck that kills your opponent. We took that down. We did not trophy. No! Grenroot, top of the trophy board. Oh, I'm like the one person in my Discord who didn't trophy. Right, thank you guys for watching that deck. How do we go back to that deck? Deck? Edit deck? I don't actually know. Oh, they'd be here. Your previous deck. Chromax was bad, but overall this deck performed pretty well. A lot of discard. A ton of discard, actually. A bunch of removal was good, but people could go over the top of us. We saw that in Game 3 and Game 1. Just a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be recording a bunch of this. Hope you're enjoying it. See you soon. If you made it this far into the video, you're clearly enjoying the content. So if you want to help support me being able to make more content, there's 2 ways to do it. The first is free and very easy. Just following me on Instagram. You get, to see cool stuff like this cat made out of trees or this dog that's an island. Some very interesting or trippy videos like this one, which it's not for everybody. The other one is just going to my store. I sell art like the ones I've shown. So there's a lot of cool stuff there. You can shop the collections and see things like this. I'm selling t-shirts. And I would really appreciate it. Thank you.